And welcome back to the third hour of today. The U.S. Labor Department just released some really eye-popping numbers. Nearly 3.3 Americans have filed for unemployment benefits in the wake of the coronavirus. That figure is the highest number in the history of the United States. And the uncertainty has left folks with a lot of questions. NBC's Vicky Nguyen is here to answer some of those questions. So with that many people filing for unemployment, and again, it's a number that could go up here in the next few weeks, folks who need to apply, what do they do? How do they do that?
Okay, this is done state by state, Craig. As Steph Rule has been saying, go to your state's website, the .gov, not the .com. You need to make sure you have your Social Security card, your state-issued ID, and proof of your income. You're going to create a login, and this is the thing. You have to bring your persistence and your patience. As you said, 3.2 million Americans. That's a record amount in 1 week. The previous high was 700,000. So a lot of these state websites are crashing. They're slow. You have to keep doing it. But you can expect to see some of those unemployment benefits within the next 3 to 6 weeks.
What if you don't have access to the internet, though? I know it's...
And a lot of libraries are closed down.
Yeah.
So that's going to be tough because some of these offices are closed. You're going to have to go and figure out if that's really going to be the fastest way for you to do it. So if you can hook up with a friend or see if, there's another neighbor, someone who can allow you to use their internet, even if it's just their Wi-Fi password.
Let's talk about the stimulus package that was passed by the Senate, $2 trillion. What's in it? Who benefits?
Okay, so this is huge because it really extends benefits to a lot of people who wouldn't otherwise be covered by unemployment. The gig workers, the independent contractors, the people who are laid off, furloughed, or quarantined as a result of this pandemic, or if you're at home caring for someone, that all covers you. And this is another $600 a week for 4 months on top of what you would normally be receiving from your state. And the federal lawmakers want to extend this for an additional 13 weeks.
Okay. We've gotten so many questions on social media. Mr. Roker is standing by with a few of those. Al, what you got?
All right, thanks, Craig. Hey, Vic, this is from LidBS66 on Instagram asking, if you work part-time and you get laid off, are you eligible for unemployment benefits?
Yes, you are. And another question someone asked was, what if you're laid off before the time period when this pandemic started? We don't know yet what the date will be for eligibility, but people who work part-time and are laid off are covered under this. Now, we're waiting for more details as this rolls out by the end of the week and the president signs it. Then we'll all be able to parse through what the exact time frames are. But this is the time to be preparing and gearing up because it extends to so many more Americans.
Al, I think we got time for one more.
That's right. Well, I tell you what, I think Vicky may have answered this one. What if I got laid off just before the coronavirus started? But I would ask, Vic, what do people do? I mean, is it safe to go out looking for work? If you've got to stay at home, and we're hearing about all these companies that are hiring, the Amazons, the CVSs, the Walmarts, is it safe to go out to look for work?
Look, this is key. It is not an ideal time to be out in the public right now, but we understand the reality is there are companies that are hiring, pizza delivery companies, in addition to the groceries and pharmacy chains that you mentioned. Fresh Direct hiring 300,000 people. If you find yourself needing to be out in public, limit contact as much as possible. Practice the social distancing. Really, you have to train yourself not to touch your face and to wash your hands often. But at the same time, there are jobs to be had. If you want to stay at home, online education companies are also hiring big. We know that stay-at-home school is here. It's probably going to last through the summer. So that's another company that you should be looking into, online educators. And I just want to mention one thing. I think this is really important. Many of us are going to be home for many months. Yeah. An online education company called Udacity is now actually offering 1 month free for a nano degree, which is essentially training and skills that you can get for free for a month that will help you boost your resume and get some new skills so that when the job market starts up again, you'll be able to, excuse me, I'm so sorry. You will be able and be ready to enter for hopefully a job that's in higher demand as well as a job that would be higher paying. So check that out. It's free for people in Europe and in the USA.
Udacity.
Yes.
You're so unflappable, by the way. You handled that with just that was perfect. Thank you.
My apologies.
We needed that today. Vicky Nguyen, thank you. Al, thank you as well. Vicky, by the way, we've gotten so many questions. She is going to answer that phone call from her kids, and she's going to get on Instagram and answer your questions as well. It's third hour today on Instagram.